I'm gonna go over what's on my rifle. It's a little cold out, and it's raining. I don't know if you can hear it on the mic, but it is raining. But I'm gonna go through my rifle, the one I had in one of my last videos. Just a quick overview of what I have on it and why. I'm going a little bit of detail of why I have what I have on there. So. This is the rifle I had in the video. No magazine, chamber is clear. Yeah, so I'm gonna start off with my sling first. I do like to carry my sling or stow my sling. It's just strapped around the buttstock and the pistol grip here, just to keep it all together. And I can still actively switch the selective lever from safe to fire. I like this sling on here in this setup just because it's easy to store in my safe, or if I'm on my way to the range, I can throw this in the case or back seat or whatever it is I'm doing. I can stow it and still use it if I need to, whether it's suppressive fire or whatever the case is, and then I can take it off, put it on, do what I need to do, and it just comes off so easily. I'm ready to go. I have seen the magnets, what is it called? The magnet tapes or the magnet strips for the slings, and you just pop it off and it disconnects and goes back on. I do like those, but this is how I have it. Let me start back here. Oh, like I said, sling. This is a Magpul M3 or M4, I believe. The reason I chose this sling is because of my Magpul QD Links attachment. So I'm here with a traditional 2-point. If need be, I don't really go to it often, but if need be, and if I needed to go to single point, I'm able to have it as a single point. Or if I want to change the distance, I can put it inside of the bottom of the rifle at another 2-point position, or just leave it at the further 2-point position that I prefer. I prefer the stretched out 2-point position so that I can use the sling to steady my shooting position or my shooting stance. Use a sling on my arm, and I'm able to use this to help steady my platform for longer shots. Back here, this buttstock is Midwest Minimalist. Like any other AR platform buttstock, but it is low profile. There's a lot of unnecessary plastic missing from here, but I'm able to change that position however I need to. And as you can see, before I painted it, I had just a white mark to indicate where my sweet spot was, so I can just go from there. So yeah. And I have just a quick little key ring here. I only have that on there just because when I'm wearing gloves on a lot of things, on multiple styles of rifles, getting my fingers with gloves on proved to be a little bit difficult. I can still do it, but it's a little bit difficult. But this is just quick and easy. So with that in there, I'm able to just pull that down and slide it where I need to. And I can use either hand. So buttstock here, got a Radiant charging handle here. Ambidextrous, I like those there. So I just like to be able to, I like how aggressive. It has the ridges here on the inside, and then it also protrudes out from the sides of the rifle. exactly how I would need or want, like I said, with gloves, with the scope. Just I'm able to get on there from either side, you know, any way I want to, and activate that. This is a scope here. One of the reasons I like this scope, it can be completely not powered as far as the different colors on there, but the standalone is constant, so I don't have to turn anything on, and I can see those, I can see that dot and that the stadium lines. I can see the dot and stadium lines without it being on, and if I wanted to, I can change the colors from red or green. The red dot is by the same company, so I like the 45-degree angles. I don't like having to look down magnification or any type of scope, and then I look up over if I had the scope on here, moving my cheek placement on the buttstock. That annoys me. It's just not me. I don't like that. So that 45-degree angle to where my cheek placement is here, I feel good with it, and I can just from right this, all right, scope, red dot, scope, red dot. I'm not doing any crazy movements to look at a red dot that's on top or anything else, and I don't have to drop off my magnification, whether it's like this or, you know, just taking it off, moving any type of magnification out of the way. I can just do that slight cant. That works for me. Yeah, that's just me. Red dot, like I said, it is independent from the scope mount. It is independent, so it has its own placement on the Picatinny rail. So I put that on there, it has the riser on there. That's just what works for me. The light, this is 1,000 lumens, pressure switch here on the back, little safety switch here to keep the button from being pressed. This lever here, you're able to switch it from white light to IR, and twisting this knob here keeps the battery life from coming on prematurely. So I'm not going to shine it in the camera, but if it's no light and I turn it and it's tight, light. So I have to, like, barely even a turn, no light, barely even a turn, light. It does have a strobe feature. This foregrip or hand stop, I do like this angle on here. Just looking at it, it just looks kind of goofy, but I do like how sleek it is, how small it is, and it's extremely aggressive. This is aluminum. It gives me all four of my fingers. I have pretty nice sized hands. All four of my fingers sit in there. So size 12 ring for my middle finger. So I got pretty chunky hands, I guess, and it fits in there perfectly. And how I like to hold my firearm. So I can hold it here and I can still activate my light system. So there's also a bad lever on here. Bad lever is this little switch here that's connected to the bolt release here. And it just goes on there, screws down, drops down into the trigger well. And bad lever release the bolt carrier. Lift it up to lock the bolt back, and you have a magazine in, you're firing rounds, you're out of ammunition, magazine release. Take the mag out, put a new mag in, and instead of hitting the side, you can put the new magazine in, ride your hand up to wherever it needs to, while simultaneously just swiping your finger down and getting back in the fight. I didn't do anything to the muzzle device. This is what came on here. And as far as the complete rifle is concerned, this rifle is by Diamondback. I was curious. A lot of my parts and everything for my platforms I get from a website called Cheaper Than Dirt. They do have name brand. Parts on there, but I normally go on there for bulk buying ammunition or just some quick parts that I might need, whether it's red dots, holsters, slings, something like that. For that rifle there, nothing came from Cheaper Than Dirt. Yeah, nothing came from Cheaper Than Dirt. Everything else just came from Academy. Pretty much all Academy built, except for the rifle. The rifle came from, like I said, Cheaper Than Dirt, and I wanted to see, hey, I never bought a firearm from here. I wonder if it would work. That's how I got that rifle. It was 500 and something bucks for that rifle. And I was like, okay, cool. And I chose the FFL dealer. Just so happened to be a sheriff's office that I was able to go pick it up from. So I did that. That's how I got that rifle. And then everything else I just loaded out from Academy.